materials. So many of the exercises actually will require access to the Banshee server in Wollongong. So I actually tried this morning. Actually, in Singapore, you can access Banshee without any problem. So you can install the secure shell SSH client, and then you can connect to the Banshee. And for the lab exercise, actually, we have quite a lot of practical problems and exercises that you can run on Banshee. So if you want to have some good experience, some a real experience about system security concepts or practice, you can connect to Banshee and then you can run the programs. We will provide, for example, sometimes programs that you can execute on Banshee. Right? So, and the final exam will be based on content from the lectures and also the labs. So lectures, we will mainly look at the theoretical part of the subject. So we still have some concepts and some principles that need to be mastered by all the students. But on the other hand, all the practical exercise will be mainly covered in the lab exercise. Right? So the exam will be based on content from lectures and the labs. And sometimes I may ask you some questions related to lab exercise as well. Right? So make sure you actually attend all the labs and also do the exercise. So that said, some of the exercise in the lab may require access to Banshee, but actually you can connect to Banshee using secure shell. So I may also let the tutor provide some more details about the connection to Banshee. So how to install the secure shell client and then how to connect to Banshee server by using the correct address, port number, and so on. Right, so for this subject, we will have 3 assignments. So the 3 assignments will cover 40% of the marks available. And then the exam will have 60%, that means 60 marks. So the assignment 1, I have already posted on the Moodle site. So actually, you should be able to do assignment 1, the programming part, after you finish this class. So after today's class, you should be able to do the programming part of assignment 1. So that's something related to the authentication and so-called rainbow table to crack the password. Alright, so the assignment 2 I'm still preparing because originally I planned to put some exercise related to buffer flow. So buffer flow is one of the topics we will study in the subject. Okay, any question? Do you have any question? So if no question, then just please keep quiet. Okay, please keep quiet. So as I said, so assignment 1 is already in the Moodle site, but assignment 2 I'm still revising the assignment because originally I planned to put some buffer flow exercise in the assignment 2. That means I give you an executable file and then you try to hack the file by running some malicious content. However, then we discovered in the Wollongong, in this session, in the spring session, actually Windows 10 has some default treatment for buffer flow. So we cannot really produce the effect in Windows 10 system. So that's why I will remove that exercise and then I will replace that one with some new exercise. So that's why I'm still preparing assignment 2. But I will post assignment 2 and assignment 3 before I finish the lectures. So you will see all the assignments before I leave so that you can ask questions if you have any for the assignment. Right, so the assignment will be the short answer questions plus programming. So assignment 1 and assignment 3 technically will have programming components. Assignment 2 may not have programming components, but I'm still doing I'm still trying to replace the buffer program with some other exercise. So probably you may also see some programming component in assignment 2. Okay, so to pass the subject, so there is one important condition. So if you study our subject, you probably know that in UW we have like a requirement on the exam. So you need to achieve at least 45% in the final exam. So that means for the 60 marks available, you need to achieve at least 27, right? So if you achieve less than 27 in the final exam, then even if you get more than 50 in the total marks, you will still get receive the so-called technical fail. So, right. So this TF actually is a mandatory requirement for passing the this like a requirement in the exam is mandatory for passing the subject. So if you receive say total marks over 50, but your exam is like below 27. So depending on how far the mark is below the threshold. Say if you are like 40%, you achieve like 24, and the overall mark is over 50 or like at least very close to 50, then you will be given supplementary. But if either your total mark is too low or the exam is far below 27, then unfortunately you will either receive fail or technical fail. So for the two conditions, this is the AND relation. Okay, you must achieve like sufficient marks in the total marks, and also you need to achieve sufficient marks in the exam. So if you fail either component, then you will fail the subject. All right. Any question? Any question about the marks or the like assessment items? So assignment 1 and assignment 2 will be individual assignments, but assignment 3 probably will be a group assignment. So you will need to pair with another student or another two students, so in order to do assignment 3. Okay? So I will release the details later. And for this subject, we actually provide the past exam papers in the UW website. So if you want to see some past exam papers, actually you can go to this website. So I just updated this link because the previous link actually has expired. So if you go to this link, you can find all the past exam papers, and then you can search the exam papers for this subject by entering the subject code. Alright? So this is a very big class, right? So please keep quiet because otherwise your voice will be higher than mine. So other students may not be able to get the information I want to deliver. Right, so as I said, if you want to have a look, probably you won't start to look at the exam papers now, but later actually, say before you start the exam, actually you can look at the past exam papers by looking at by searching on this website. So you enter this subject code, and then you will get the past exam papers we use in the workbook. Right, so the textbook for this subject is from William Stallings and Laurie Brown. So we use all the security books written by William Stallings. So for this subject, we will use a book, Computer Security Principle and Practice. So the latest edition is the 4th edition, and I think it's available in the bookshop in SIM. But most of the contents actually, if you use the 2nd or the 3rd edition, they are also sufficient. But if you can purchase the 4th edition, then definitely that's enough for cover for most of the contents in this subject. And then we will also use some of the contents from the reference books. For example, for this book, the Bishop by Bishop. So for the access control, we will look at some of the contents from the first reference book. And then we will also see some content from the last one. This is Security Engineering by Ross Anderson. So later we will look at in authentication and in other topics. We will look at some of the contents from this book as well. And I think this book is also important for 358, right? Security Engineering. So that's another subject after the 262. Right, so the e-learning side, for basically for if there is any update in the subject materials, for example, if I want to make change to the assignment, or if I want to make change to the lecture notes or update the lecture notes, then I will post all those information in the e-learning site, the Moodle site. And then for some important notification, for example, if I say I extend deadline of assignment, or if I make some modification, then I will also send broadcast email. So check basically you need to check the e-learning site and the source email regularly to make sure you have the updated information for this subject. Right? Okay, so you can also apply for extension if you want to have a late submission of the assignment, or if you want to have supplementary exam instead of the normal one. So the submission of this so-called special consideration or academic consideration must be done before the due date. So of course, say if you are very sick, you are in hospital, then we can deal with such kind of situations. Especially, but normally we require the student to submit the academic consideration before the due date. For example, before the assignment due date or before the exam date. Right? So if say this is a real request due to some special consideration, then we will grant the extension. Right? So you can either submit the assignment later, or you can attend an alternative exam arranged after the final exam. Okay, so you can submit actually the academic considerations through the admin staff here in SIM, and then it will be passed to UW, and then I will process it in the system. Right, so plagiarism, this is also a very important note we need to cover. So for the plagiarism, basically it's not just directly copying from another student's work. So even sometimes actually you produce similar results. So it can still be treated as a plagiarism. So in UW we have actually two types of misconduct. So one is plagiarism, one is called poor academic practice. Right, so even if you produce very similar answers in your assignment submission, then you can still be treated as violating the poor academic, the good practice, the good academic practice is a principle. So in general, so you need to work on the assignments independently. Of course, you can discuss with your classmate, but you need to make sure you understand the solutions, and you need to basically write your answers independently. So this applies to both short answer questions and also the programming tasks. Right, so if you have very similar answers, so even you claim that you discuss with your classmates so that you have similar answers, then we will still basically treat this as poor academic practice. So this is very important if you want to avoid such kind of situation. Right, so you can discuss, but you make sure you understand the solutions and you write down your solutions using your own words. Don't just submit an identical or very similar assignment. Right, so that's for the plagiarism, and also for the integrity, basically the integrity of your study. Right, so that's some very basic information about the main part of the subject. Right, so I think the most important information includes the assignments, and then the requirement for passing the subject, and so on. So do you have any question?